Hey, thanks for tuning in for this final session from day 4 of CMA Industry Week. And on this final session is a very unique and very pertinent brand that Importel carries, and it's called Crux Vehicle Integration Solutions. But before we get into that, let's bring on my co-pilot, my trusty Roku. What's going
Hey,
on?
Ben, how you doing?
Man, it's been a blast. This whole thing has been an absolute blast. I certainly hope the dealers that tune in are getting obviously the training and information that they require, but hey, there's nothing wrong with having a little fun banter along the way.
Agreed. Now the best is for last, I guess, for from integration and get your learn on, as you like to say.
We got to get our learn on because this is one of those pieces that will make you more money. Plain and simple. It's an integration solution company, and who's going to be helping us and joining us is Mr. Hamza Khalid from Crux themselves. Let's get him on the show.
Hi guys, this is Hamza.
Hey, Hamza.
Hi,
what's going on, Hamza?
From around the world. Good.
Yes,
How you guys doing? Seems like you guys have a long work week, huh?
We do have a long work week, but I'm going to be lying to you if I didn't tell you I'm having fun along the way.
That's good.
Yeah.
As long as you're having fun, right?
We are, and we're about to have some fun with Crux. You're out in Cali, right?
Yeah, right here in Los Angeles, California.
And so why don't you, for the dealers tuning in, Importel is known in Canada to have some pretty unique lines. So I have very high expectations, and so should everybody, that this is a line that Importel has decided to showcase. So give us the quick 1-minute version of what Crux Interfacing Solutions is all about.
So we are a manufacturer that creates cost-effective and quality audio and video solutions. These products are for the aftermarket as well as OEM integration needs in the 12-volt industry. And basically, we have audio solutions and video solutions. For audio solutions, everybody knows and loves us for our radio replacement interfaces. We have Bluetooth integration and auxiliary integration. But for the video solutions, we have our backup camera and multi-camera inputs. And then we also have our smartphone mirroring and our new line of product, which is our Apple CarPlay and Android Auto interface.
That everybody wants and needs. I'll tell you what, I got a video that's been supplied that kind of sets the mood and gets everybody in tune with what Crux is all about. We'll go to the video now. We'll come back and we'll get into your presentation and see what's up with Crux.
Definitely.
All right.
So hopefully,
There you go.
that got you guys pumped up a little bit,
Definitely. I mean, when you see, the real life application of what you just described before that, now I got a lot of questions. But before I ask you questions, why don't we get our learn on? Let's put up your presentation here.
Okay.
And let you have at her.
Yeah. So, a little bit about me is that I'm the Director of Marketing and Operations here at Crux Interfacing Solutions. And so I spearhead product development, and I manage different departments to make sure, we make sure that we get new product to market. So anything that falls under prospecting to testing and validating and marketing new product falls under me. So anyways, let's start with the start with the presentation. So, like I think we already kind of talked about a little bit about what Crux does, and the video kind of showcases that. But what people don't really know about us is that we're a 30-year-old company that started in 1989 by an and it was a parent company called Audionic Systems Incorporation. So an electrical engineer named Khalid Jaffer started, Audionic Systems. He went big box retail by selling to Walmart and Best Buy by selling radio replacement interfaces. And in 2007, he basically wanted to create his own brand, which is Crux Interfacing Solutions. And this basically allowed the creative ability to have more than just one category of product, but several different audio video solutions like our Bluetooth and CarPlay interfaces. And then in 2011, we started growing our business, and we had an exclusive distribution agreement with Importel, and Ramesh can talk a little bit more about that. But yeah, and here we are today. So go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, that means it's been 10 years now that Crux has had a relationship with Importel.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We've been growing. We've been actually visiting Importel at their trade shows, but obviously right now it's crazy times.
And we do this.
Yep. We do this. Exactly.
So I think a lot of people really know and love Crux for our radio replacement interfaces. And the reason why they know they like our interfaces is because good quality product that's manufactured in Germany, it's cost effective, and these are the most important points. It's plug and play and pre-program. So dealers have a lot of different hats that they're carrying these days. They're tinting, they're wrapping, they're installing new radios, speakers, amplifiers. They just don't have the time to connect a radio replacement module and program each steering wheel control. They want something that's cost effective, and they can move on to the next project. So I think the core value is that we save dealers time, and time is money. So, and we have over at least 80 different radio replacement interfaces. And so, and we're just kind of expanding and growing with new infotainments coming out. It's getting a little bit more difficult to replace the factory radio, but we're testing and validating new products and making sure that our products are compatible, and making sure that it's easy for the dealer to install.
Yeah, one of the points that Hamza made there was the interfaces from Crux. They cover typically, and they were really a pioneer in this area, and a lot of companies are still scrambling to catch up. And especially on the radio replacement side, a lot of the interfaces require fewer SKUs to cover more vehicles, whether they be amplified, non-amplified, whereas other companies need 2 or 3 modules to do different flavors of the same car or audio systems of the same car. So from an installer standpoint and retailer standpoint, you need the one SKU. It covers more vehicles, less inventory management. But on the install side, like Hamza was saying, on the programming side, because it requires nothing. If you're an expediter and you're doing installs in the field, you don't need a portable device, a laptop, cables and all this stuff. You just get there. If it's we were talking about steering wheel interfaces, they're right in the manual. There's also an app, a phone app. It just gives you the dip switch settings. You just grab your pen or your screwdriver, click, 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 even before you go out to the car, and you're on site and you're done. Right. So that's where they've really been ahead of everybody else for a decade, really.
So by design, it's more efficient and easier to
absolutely
inventory. Right?
Easier to inventory, and better margin, because the cost at the dealer side is less, right? So
fair enough,
right? Yeah, it's cost effective and time efficient. And actually, that was a good point that you were talking about our online application, because like I said, dealers really like our steering wheel control interfaces, and they requested more than a plug and play option. So we came out with our universal steering wheel control interface, and we wanted to fulfill that demand that they had. So Ben, if you can play that video real quick.
So this is kind of a category that you guys probably know and love about Crux is our radio replacement kits. But another interface that you probably don't know that we have is our universal steering wheel control interface. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our SWR 100. This is our universal steering wheel control interface that retains both data and analog steering wheel controls. So it's an all-in-one kit. And I just kind of wanted to showcase to you, what's in it, what's included, and how do you guys connect this product, and the process to retain the factory steering wheel controls in your car. So this is our module. It has 8 dip switches. The first 4 are going to be for your aftermarket radio, and the last 4 are going to be for your vehicle. So I'm going to keep that right there. This is going to be a 12-pin connector. And this is going to have the essential power, ground, and constant, and then your data wires depending on your vehicle. For example, GM uses Class 2 or LAN. BMW uses K-line. And then, so this is our steering wheel control adapter. So, and most importantly, this is our manual. So what I want you guys to do is, to kind of just get a feel of how to connect this product. You're going to be connecting this 12-pin connector for a wiring harness to the module. And you're going to be connecting this 4-pin connector to the module. Now, when you go in the manual, I want you guys to just take a note of this QR code right here. Or you can go on our website and type up SWR100. And it'll lead you to a web page that's going to give you, pretty much it's a 5-step process on how to determine what are the dip switches in your module, right here, and how to set them, and also to determine what pins do you need to tap on your factory connector. So let's take a closer look on how this is done. If you guys took a picture of the QR code on the manual, or you selected SWR100 on the website, this is how the landing page is going to appear. As you can see, there's an SWR100 device, and if you select this arrow, the SWRA device pulls up. But for this example, we'll do the SWR100, and you're going to select next. You guys are going to input your vehicle information. For this example, we're going to use the BMW. Let's give it a 3 series, and let's put it the year as 2007. And we will use a Kenwood radio for this example. So you select next. This is going to be the dip switch settings that you're going to select on your SWR100 module. As you can see in the image, that's where you're going to be changing the dip switches. And then you're going to select next. And now you can see the Crux wiring side, the vehicle side, and the connector that should be on your radio. So you need to connect our constant wire to pin number 15 on the factory connector, which is a red and green wire. Then you need to connect our ground wire to pin number 12, which is going to be the brown wire on the factory side. And then this is the data wires for the steering wheel controls. So CAN low is going to be a pink-black wire of ours in our kit. And you need to tap that to pin number 9, and it should be a green wire. And then the CAN high wire is going to be a yellow-green, pin number 11. And this is going to complete the data wires. Now, another step that you got to see below is the steering wheel control wires. So for Kenwood, we have a blue-yellow SWR wire. And that needs to hook up to the blue-yellow wire of the aftermarket radio. And once you do this, then you're done with setting up your SWR100 to your aftermarket radio, and you can retain steering wheel controls. The most important thing about this product is that the fact that it's pre-programmed. So you don't need to program each steering wheel control. You just, tap into the factory connector and make sure the dip switch is in the right setting, hook up the steering wheel control adapter, and boom, you can move on to your next project. So that's why we just thought of something simple and easy for you guys to be able to do while you have all these different installs going on. For those of you that know that your vehicle has analog steering wheel controls, we have a more cost-effective and bare bones product called the SWRA. This is our universal steering wheel control interface for analog vehicles only. And so I kind of wanted to showcase to you how bare bones this product is. And so I'm just going to open this up right here. This is going to be our 4-pin connector that retains the steering wheel controls. I'm going to keep that right there. This is going to be the 12-pin connector that has your accessory power, your ground, and it has the 3 steering wheel control wires. And then this is our module. This module has 8 dip switches also. The first 4 is going to be for the aftermarket radio, and the last 4 is going to be for your vehicle type. And this is our manual. So this product is also pre-programmed, so you just need to tap into the factory connector and you'll be able to retain the steering wheel controls. But to do that, I'd like you guys to basically open this manual up. There's a QR code on the back. You know, take a picture and it will take you to the SWRA landing page, or you can just go on the website and type up SWRA. And in this also has a 5-step process on how to retain the steering wheel controls for your analog vehicle. You'll be inputting your aftermarket radio's information and your vehicle type. And then it'll tell you how to set the dip switches for the module and what pinouts you need to tap into for your factory connector. Once you do that, you'll be able to retain the steering wheel controls. So just a quick recap, if you don't know your vehicle has data or analog steering wheel controls, then the SWR 100 will be a safer bet. But if you do know that your vehicle has analog steering wheel controls and you want to just save some money, then the SWRA is the option that you need.
All right, let's unmute the
Talking
mics
about-
here.
There you go.
Sorry, here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so that pretty much summed up what we were talking about, about universal steering wheel control interfaces, analog and data, and, you can get all in one. But yeah, do you guys have any questions about that?
I'm just surprised with how simple it is. I always thought steering wheel control was really complicated because, there's so many different vehicles, so many different buttons, and so many different switches, but it makes it sound like there's basically 2 kits.
Yeah, 2 kits and it's just pre-programmed. Pretty
Wow.
much.
2 kits, dip switches, and you're done. No auto learning, and sometimes it learns some and sometimes doesn't learn all. You just quick and easy.
These
That's
are
why
like- yeah.
go ahead. Yeah,
No,
go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say. So it's pretty simple to inventory.
And it's pretty simple to inventory, and that's why I was stating that it's just, most importantly, just saves people time, so they can focus on other things.
Because time is money, my friend.
Exactly. Time is money, and people have multiple different things to install these days. So, yeah. But another product that people have been actually asking about is our smartphone mirroring and Apple CarPlay Android Auto integration. So this category of product, we always get this question is, what's the difference between smartphone mirroring and Apple CarPlay Android Auto integration? So I kind of brought some, few pointers. Basically, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration is an application that comes from your phone, and it allows users to have a safe driving experience. So you can basically communicate with your vehicle. You can, say, "Hey Siri, take me to this destination," or "Hey Siri, can you message a contact on my phone and reply to them?" Or you can also be like, "Hey Siri, please play this music or track that's on my mobile device." Whereas smartphone mirroring is just literally what it says. It mirrors whatever's on your phone onto your factory display. So those are like the 2 main differences. But there's some disadvantages and some advantages. For example, for smartphone mirroring, the user experience is only on your phone. You can't use the factory knob or voice command to to use it. You can also, it also really depends on, if you're used to watching movies or streaming videos on your phone and it's a 4K resolution, whereas in your display, if it's like a 2017 Toyota Entune system for your Tacoma, the resolution is really bad, so you're gonna have to give and take a little bit, but you get the job of streaming video onto your display. And you can't do that in Apple CarPlay or Android Auto because it kind of goes against the whole safety protocol of having a safe product, that you can have a select apps that you can communicate with your vehicle and make it more efficient while you're driving. So.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think the big one with that, like on the Apple CarPlay side, Android Auto would, I think things like, let me see if I'm unmuted here. Yeah, things like Waze in a lot of the navigation applications, especially in let's say mid-year BMWs like eChassis, because I'm noticing that we've got applications for a lot of the eChassis BMWs and some of the C-Class Mercedes and things like that, where there was no navigation available, or it's very dated, like the Bluetooth didn't have sometimes hands-free. Because with the CarPlay, we're also I think adding a microphone, are we not?
Yeah, we're adding a Mac, but you can be using the factory factory mic, so you can communicate. Yeah.
Right. So you'll get all but you'll also get streaming audio in certain cases where the vehicle didn't have it. Like say that 3 Series that you were looking for the steering wheel interface. There was something really nice about that because a lot of those vehicles they came with Bluetooth, but they didn't come with streaming audio.
Yeah.
And sometimes they didn't come with navigation either, right?
No,
like with where they had the screen, they had the info, they had the screen, but they had no navigation in there. So you can now have Waze on there. At a plug with a plug and play application from Crux. It's really like that's been a pretty big category for us because there just aren't a lot of high quality solutions that are well engineered like Crux is. A lot of companies, and I'm not going to name names or anything like that, but I think a lot of solutions, unfortunately, you have to rely on a third party engineering company. And you're getting something from somewhere, and you put a sticker on it. Whereas with Crux, the engineering side and the vetting is all done with Crux, and the warrantying and stuff is all a lot easier. So compatibility is easier for us to manage as a distributor and for a retailer. I think that's important because you're selling a solution at, let's say $2,000 installed, right? Which would be the same cost roughly as an Android radio. But in these dashes, we sometimes can't remove the radio, right? So now we're getting CarPlay and Android Auto and all that good stuff, and it's really back-ended and supported by Crux, and not coming from somewhere where we don't really know where it's coming from.
Well said, Mr. Roku. Well said. Hey, Hamza, thank you so much for joining us on this session. We really got a good education on what Crux is all about. And on that note, if you're watching this as a dealer, and as we've said through every Importel presentation, take advantage of 5% off your entire order on discount on, what is it? Am I saying this right? On discountable items.
You got it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Roku. That's your job. Make sure I say it right, because I'll be in trouble with the bosses if I say it wrong.
Aren't we in some sort of a copyright infringement with this Roku thing?
No.
No?
What are you talking about? I never.
Oh no, that must be bad.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. But okay. But while I have, I'm gonna let Hamza go. Thank you so much, Hamza.
Thanks, Hamza.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
All right, and wait, Roku, you don't go nowhere, because we got some stuff to show. We gotta tell people. This is the last Importel presentation, so this is the last time I'm putting it up. You can win a JVC 10-inch screen, courtesy of JVC. And what's not marked here, on top of that, we got Sirius XM. Our boy Ricky has thrown in an SXV300 module to attach that to give it Sirius XM functionality, and a whole year of service, all included in this draw. All you got to do is email webmaster@importel.com and follow the instructions that you see on the screen there. Make sure you enter the promo code CMAJVC, and you can enter to win. It's only one entry per customer.
And you need to be a dealer.
You have to be a dealer.
So you can sign up to be a dealer first.
You can buy something. That's what this whole thing's about.
You got it.
You have until March 31st to put in the code, and the prize will be drawn on April 5th. Now, I got one more.
You do?
You know I do. We just announced it. We're going to put it up here.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? Yeah, that one counts. Let's go ahead and get that done. There we go. All right. This takes long to change. I'm sorry, guys. It's worth the wait. Promise you, it's worth the wait. All right, there it is. We dropped the hammer just a little while ago.
This one?
Well, I'm gonna drop it again. Boom. Enter a chance to win a full ARC audio system from Importel. We're talking the X2 amplifiers, two X2 amplifiers, ARC series component system, ARC series coaxials, and two 12-inch ARC series subs. Again, email webmaster@importel.com. Enter the promo code CMAARC. There's one entry per customer. And Ramesh, remind them.
And you need to be a dealer. So
There
if
we
you're
go.
not a dealer, sign up at the top of the website, importel.com. Register to become a dealer. We'll have your sales rep reach out to you. We'll get your paperwork all sorted out, and you could be entered to win a whole bunch of Angry Arc amplifiers and speakers.
Amazing. March 31st is your deadline. And again, the prize will be drawn on April 5th. It's been a blast, Ron. Thank you so much.
It's been amazing. I want to thank all our customers and dealers out there. I know it's been long to sit through some of that, or a lot of it. It's been long days for everybody. But
if you're watching this on demand, hope you got the education out of it, right?
You know what? It's there for months, I believe.
2 months.
Correct me if I'm wrong. 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So it is there to refresh, go over again. But events like this wouldn't be anything without the dealers tuning in and participating and getting their learn on, as you so eloquently put it.
Absolutely.
And obviously, the whole CMA team. We really appreciate all the hard work and late nights, making sure that everything went off without a hitch. So
what are you talking about? It was a breeze. Didn't even feel it.
Yeah,
we're not done yet. We're only halfway through.
Have we seen Frank yet?
I have no idea. Yeah, he's pretty wrecked. All right, big shout out to you, Roku. Obviously to Frank who came on, Frank Pellegrino.
Yes.
Shout out to Alex. Shout out to, of course, Kelly, and of course the big man himself, Trevor. The entire team at Importel. Guys, get your, hope you got your learn on. Dealers, take advantage of the 5% and all these great contests that they're putting on. And with that, we are signing out from day 4 here at CMA Industry Week. Roku,
thanks a lot. Soon. Catch you on the other side. En français.
En français. All right, that's it from day 4 of Industry Week here at CMA. It's been a blast. We're right back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Do it all over again. We got some good ones. Make sure you check your schedule. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.